Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the weekly weigh-in. My name is Austin, I'm a new man, and we're back on track. This week I lost 7 pounds, and I'm kind of thinking that last week might have been a fluke, either water weight or just random weight loss fluctuations, because I didn't really do anything differently. I just stayed consistent, which, again, that's like 90% of what we do here. But I did weigh twice. I weighed like 5 times, and I took the average, and it left me at 372. So this one is accurate. I can assure you I did everything that I could to make sure it was. It just goes to show that weight loss, no matter how hard you try, is a little chaotic. But consistency always wins. This is why we make consistency our number one goal here, and science doesn't lie. If you keep your calories low, you're gonna lose weight. And as long as you burn more calories than you take in, weight's gonna fall off. So, with all that said, today I want to talk about cardio and what I think about it and if I do any. Because I think at this point we've kind of established that I'm good at weight loss. I've gone from 430 to about 372. So here's my philosophy around cardio and if the beginner should do it. So first off, I want to say that the typical types of cardio, your walking, your running, your swimming, that sort of stuff, is a little bit overrated for what people... For the reason people are telling you to do those is not the right reason to do them. The thing is with like walking and running, you have to put in a lot of time to lose not that many calories, or a negligible amount of calories. Like if you walk 20 minutes at a pretty brisk pace, you're probably gonna lose about 250 calories. You're gonna burn 250 calories. That's half a donut. That's not really gonna do you any good. For cardio to lose calories, you're better off doing like HIIT training, high intensity interval training, something like maybe those weighted ropes that you do that with, or some like ab crunches right after it and all that kind of stuff, or your weightlifting with high reps at a pretty brisk pace. CrossFit stuff, that's great for calorie burn, but it's really hard for obese people to do that. And most of the time when people recommend like walking and running, it's to somebody that is obese or is a beginner or hasn't gone to the gym before, and I don't think that's the best use for cardio. Disclaimer: walking, running, or whatever, if that's all you got, that is perfect. It is by far better than nothing. The biggest thing is to actually start doing something. I just don't think that if you have a choice, walking and running is the best thing to choose for a beginner or an obese person trying to lose weight. That's my typical philosophy around walking, running, that sort of cardio. There are forms of cardio that are much better for calorie burning, but for weight loss, running and walking are better as an accomplice to weightlifting than just their standalone thing, in my opinion. Secondly, I want to say that right now I am not doing any cardio in my workout routine, and I know that that's probably not what you expected. You expected, like, if I lost 57 pounds in 5 weeks, that I would be doing some form of cardio. But the true story is that after like 3 weeks of going to the gym, before I started this channel, I walked for like 20 minutes a day at the gym. I don't do that anymore. Even so, again, I've managed to lose I've gone from 430 pounds to 372 pounds in about 5 to 6 months. And it didn't really change anything, except it wasn't killing my joints. And that's the part that people don't talk about with cardio, is that it's really hard on your joints to do cardio when you are 400 plus pounds. And again, it has a very minimal return. You maybe lose 200 calories per walking session. But when you're eating about 2,700 calories a day, that doesn't really help you at all. Especially when you're doing a 1,000 calorie deficit. 250 calories doesn't freaking matter. So I haven't done cardio for about 20 weeks, and I've been losing about 2 pounds a week. Again, 90% of weight loss is diet. So as long as you're in a calorie deficit, especially in a big one like I am, cardio isn't really going to help you too much. I do make sure that my workouts, the 3 weeks that I do workouts, except for the heavy week, are higher rep, and I try to keep the pace a little bit quicker so that I can burn more calories in the workout to get some form of cardio. But yeah, I haven't done cardio for 20 weeks or so, and I've managed to lose 57 pounds. Cardio is not some cure-all for weight loss. Unfortunately, it's not that simple. It never is that simple. But I will tell you what is simple: just watching your calories and making sure that you're in a deficit and that you're eating decently clean. With all this said, I am planning to incorporate more cardio into my routine when I'm about 350 pounds. But mostly this video is just for me to say that I don't think cardio is as important for beginners or obese people as most people portray it as. Of course, if you're just starting and you don't have a gym to go to, walking is the natural first step. But again, walking and running and swimming, well, not so much swimming. Swimming isn't as hard on your joints as walking and running. So maybe that one's better for beginners, but who has a pool that they can just swim in? Not most people. But for beginners and obese people, I always point them to light weightlifting at a quick pace, and that is the first step for you. Don't go straight into cardio. Again, do what I'm doing. Put cardio into your workout routine later down the road, because also, if you wait that long, it's going to help you make sure that you don't hit a plateau when you get to about 350 pounds, about 50, 60 pounds down. So, again, cardio is not as important as people say it is, and 80% of weight loss is calorie counting and staying consistent, and just don't give something like cardio more weight than it needs. Again, cardio is very important for your heart health, but for weight loss, it is not the number one concern. Diet is. So focus on your diet first. So that's all I have for y'all today. If you liked this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you know someone who may be struggling with cardio and maybe it's too hard on their joints or they're getting sore, please share this video with them. And this video is mostly just to show them that there are more options outside of cardio to start your weight loss journey. And again, 80% of weight loss is diet, and I don't want anybody to be gate-kept from weight loss because they can't get behind cardio immediately, because I'll be honest, cardio was the hardest part of my workout when I was 400 plus pounds. So just share this with them and let them know that there are more options. Please remember that there are only 3 things that really matter in weight loss. Now, 90% of weight loss is consistency, consistency, and consistency. And I will see you all in the next one.